Hi, I'm Guy Johnson.
And I am Cristy Silverman. We are here today to discuss the impact the coronavirus pandemic is having on the Reno-Sparks real estate market.
That is the question of the moment. How is the coronavirus pandemic impacting our market? Well, the short answer is it's impacting our market faster, quicker, and to a greater extent than recent media reports may have you believe.
Recent reports have focused on two metrics: median sales price and homes sold. Focusing solely on these two metrics would show that our marketplace is not only healthy, but that the coronavirus pandemic has had very little impact.
That's right, Cristy. March's monthly market report showed that home sales were up a robust 10.3% month over month and a healthy 9.8% year over year. Furthermore, the median sales price in March had reached an all-time record high of $415,000. So yeah, that looks like a healthy market. But the problem with focusing on home sales is that homes sold is what we call a lagging economic indicator.
March's numbers are the result of activity from January and February, well before the pandemic had an impact on our marketplace. Because of this, we decided to dive deep and analyze data on a weekly basis rather than a monthly basis. And in doing so, we are able to share with you exactly when and how the pandemic has impacted our market.
But before we jump into the numbers, let's take a look at the timeline of the emergency directives that the governor of Nevada declared.
On March 12th, the governor declared a state of emergency. On March 15th, kindergarten through 12th grade schools were closed. On March 18th, casinos were closed. And on March 20th, non-essential businesses were closed. We would now like to show you the correlation between these actions and the market's reaction.
Yes, let's start with pending home sales, which, unlike units sold, is a leading indicator of housing activity. This chart compares year-over-year pending home sales on a week-by-week basis for the past 11 weeks. 2019 numbers are the green bars, and 2020 numbers are the red bars. As you can see, the first week of February, pending sales were up 25.3%. The first week of March, however, pending sales were down 9.6%. The highest year-over-year drop was the week of April 5th through April 11th, with pending sales down an incredible 46.2%. And this past week, though pending sales rose a bit, they are still off by more than 25% year-over-year for the week.
Next, we would like to talk about listings that have been taken off the market, either as temporarily off market or withdrawn. Pre-coronavirus pandemic, we were seeing on average 12 listings per week come off the market. The past 5 weeks have averaged 27 listings per week coming off the market, more than double the norm. Now we would like to take a look at new listings.
Yes, new listings. It is the spring home buying season, and this is when we typically see new listings hitting the market and inventory rising. However, this is anything but a typical spring home buying season. This chart compares year-over-year new listings on a week-by-week basis for the last 11 weeks. Again, 2019 numbers are the green bars and 2020 numbers are the red bars. In the second week of February, new listings were up 27.4% year-over-year, as expected. And they continued to outpace 2019 through the second week of March. But then, in the third week of March, we saw new listings reverse course and drop 6.3% below 2019's level. The number of new listings continued to dwindle at an accelerated pace for the remainder of March and during April. And last week, new listings were down a staggering 54% compared to this time last year.
Now let's talk about listings that go back on market. Back on market addresses listings that were in escrow but failed to close for one reason or another, and the listing then returns to the market. A listing can fall out of escrow for a variety of reasons: appraisal issues, inspection issues, a contingent offer where the contingent property doesn't sell. But the coronavirus pandemic introduced new issues that the market hadn't encountered before, not the least of which was home buyers suddenly finding themselves without employment and no longer being able to qualify for financing. Before the coronavirus pandemic, our market averaged about 9 back-on-market listings per week. However, the past 5 weeks, the market has seen a 4-fold increase and has averaged 37 back-on-market listings weekly.
A 4-fold increase, holy moly! In conclusion, the coronavirus pandemic has definitely had an impact on our market. To summarize our findings, pending sales and new listings are down significantly, and the number of homes that are falling out of escrow has increased greatly. These trends have resulted in reduced number of home sales. In fact, home sales are down about 25% year over year for the last 2 weeks. And unfortunately, because pending sales are down so much, that number is likely to get worse before it gets better. We realize these new trends are shocking, but we hope you find them insightful. We will continue to keep you updated on the coronavirus's impact on a weekly basis. If you'd like any of the data that you saw in this video, please click on the link in the comments below. And while you're there, leave us a like or a comment.
Thank you so much for watching our video. We look forward to connecting with you again next week. And until then, stay safe and healthy.